け翼行くぜはってやる
Hi guys, welcome back to Tsubasa. This is T.K and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as usual. So we are here to look at the Halloween banner, which is not as scary as the previous Halloween banner. This banner features Kluivoort and Klismann. Just before we start off the video on behalf of the team, I would like to thank all our members from YouTube and Patreon. Your support for the channel is very much appreciated. Alright, with that out of the way, let's kickstart with today's video. Let's go, EK! Brian Kluivoort, Europe's leading football sense, is a skilled-type Dutch player wearing the Netherlands national team jersey. He is playable in two positions, either as a forward or attacking midfielder. Could it be the counter to Dreamfest Genzo 2.0 we all have been waiting for? Stay tuned and we will find out. Kluivoort comes with 4 hidden abilities, Bond plus 2% for his team with 3 or more skill-type non-Japanese players. Pressure applies a 5% stats debuff to the next action of your opponent after you win the matchup. Tenacity, allowing him to use special skill as long as he has more than 1 stamina. And lastly, special skill block. 100% chance to block 1 special skill of your opponent in a matchup, including goalkeepers. His team skill, Super Solidarity for skill type non-Japanese, grants 20% to all stats with 5 or more skill type non-Japanese players. His passive, Attack at the Scene of Fire, provides up to 20% additional special skill force depending on how much stamina is left. It synergizes perfectly with his Tenacity ability as it is possible to get the full bonus. Cleaver's main skill, Sonic Pass, is capped at 455 momentum and requires 215 stamina. This is the first ever S-rank pass released for Kluivoort. His sub-skill is S-Break Shop capped at 440 momentum, comes with special effects that can blow away up to 3 players and does not have distance decay. This actually doesn't mean that there's no decay, just that it is not as drastic as regular shots without this effect. Lastly, he is rounded up with A rank 1-2 instantaneous combination capped at 320 momentum. Cleaver's stat spreads is not great as expected for a character that you can get from the paid banner. An amazing 9.2k shot is sadly coupled with a disappointing 5.8k power. His pass and technique are pleasant at over 7k. He comes with a fairly large stamina pool at 1.1k, which in his case makes reaching his full potential a bit longer, as depleting his stamina due to his passive is the way to use him. We suggest going with the attacking build 25 shot, power 22, dribble, pass 3, speed and technique to maximize his chances of scoring and improve his chances of winning matchups using skill dribble. The chances of him being bullied using dribble is rather high, so going with 25 speed instead is an alternative. Further investment of points should be spread out to maxing his offensive stats such as dribble, pass and technique before going into his defensive aspects. His other stats are really decent, and along with 100% skill block, you can actually consider going for a utility build as you see fit. His parameters are not great even with limit break applied. 13.5k in-match shot with his best shot proven ace only hits 66.4k when his passive is not active. At this point, as Cleaver is at an alarming low 41.1k, Sonic Pass hits 53.8k and instantaneous combination at 52.6k. Mentioned figures improve later in the game as Kluivoort's passive kicks in. Assuming that he gets the full 20% special skill force bonus, proven ace is at 588 momentum and it hits 79.7k, enough to be considered a goal threat. We suggest replacing S break shot with proven ace and A instantaneous combination with the S version. Drop him S Cleaver and S Swift intercept to complete his build. Do note that S Cleaver is only available from the limited skill type Kluivoort at the moment. Now on to our opinions on Kluivoort. He is highly dependent on the dice roll for his special skill block to win a matchup. However, we notice that there are plenty of defensive players with multiple defensive skills after Boundary Break was introduced, so we are not too sure how effective Kluivoort is going to be. Furthermore, Kluivoort is rather weak on dribble, so even if he blocks the opponent's tackle, he might still get bullied by higher tier S rank intercepts. He can be devastating against those goalkeepers that only have a single S rank saving skill when his special skill blocks hits the jackpot. Unfortunately, he is not our savior against Dreamfest Genzo 2.0, as most of them have more than one S rank skill catch. However, when his stamina is low, Kluivoort's chances to score against Genzo increase greatly. Hopefully, Genzo's stamina is lower as well, especially if his countrymen David and Klismann are playing alongside him, providing up to 12% stats bonus. We are giving Kluivoort conservative 2 stars as we feel that he is not an easy player to utilize and definitely not a player that most will build their team around. For those that are willing to build around Kluivoort, you might rate him higher. Klismann, resourceful team pillar, is an agility type dodge player capable of functioning as either a defensive or attacking midfielder. With his precise decision making ability, Klismann is the team's playmaker complementing Kluivoort. He comes with only 3 hidden abilities, bond plus 1.5% for his teammates, and only requires Kluivoort. Special skill block, 70% chance to block one special skill of your opponent in a matchup. Lastly, stats up plus 5% for Kluivoort. It is possible to stack up to 12% buff exclusively for Kluivoort along with Rising Sun, David. Like Kluivoort, he is given a relevant team skill, Super Solidarity for agility type non-Japanese plus 20%. His passive auto intercept enhance grants him 80% chance to activate an interception skill when a pass flies by him. His main skill, double step dribble, capped at 440 momentum and requires 255 stamina, is a much needed skill for Klismann, as he previously only has access to a horrific S rank smooth ball keeping. His sub-skills includes S-Tuck Pass, capped at 420 momentum, that was only available on his Dream Collection counterpart, and A-Swift Interception. Klismann is leaning towards a playmaker role based on his stat spreads. He's given a whopping 9.1k dribble, supported by 6.9k speed. His pass, intercept and technique are good as well, at above 7k. Unfortunately, he is weak on tackle, so he's not ideal for defensive midfielder, and his limited stamina pool suggests that it's best to conserve his stamina for playmaking. As for his limit break, consider going with 25 dribble, speed, 17 pass, intercept and 16 technique. His tackle is beyond help, as his best tackle is only an A strong tackle, so you should keep that in mind and prioritize his pass, intercept and technique if further limit break is available. His in-match dribble is very impressive at 14.1k with our suggested limit break. Double step dribble hits 62.2k. Stuck pass is a lot weaker at 52.1k and swift interception 52k force. If the Dutch dream comes true, total football is at a respectable 65.1k force. We suggest giving him an additional S-Swift intercept and A-strong tackle to complete his build. There aren't a lot of skills to choose from, and we tend to shy away from recommending S skills that have horrendous momentum. Now on to our honest opinions. Klismann is tailor-made for playing Kluivoort, be it the Rising Sun or the Halloween version, and not relevant for teams who don't feature Kluivoort. Despite his decent enabling skills and special skill block, he is easily replaceable if you are looking for a playmaker. So with that said, Klismann only managed to scrape 2 stars, as it's pretty pointless to play him without his trick or trick partner. Now on to our final thoughts for this banner. A lot of you guys might think that Cleaver is broken because of his 100% skill block, but considering all his special skills are mid-range, he will definitely struggle against current meta defensive players. If you were to compare him with the toughness type Kluivoort released during the 3rd anniversary, I would prefer that Kluivoort. Just because that Kluivoort comes with 50% Inside Master, so his chances of beating a defensive player is rather high. And his proven ace can hit 79k force any time of the day, he doesn't need to deplete his stamina. With that explanation, I hope there will be less Kluivoort's fans raging and flaming. Okay, so that concludes our video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do check out the links in the video description for ways to support the channel. You guys have a great one. T.K signing off. Bye bye.